So I watched a video earlier today, or this morning, about this. It was on this one of those VTuber channels where like someone is kind of getting interviewed about like their past traumas and stuff. I really like those channels. It's really nice to hear like somebody's perspective outside of mine. So I've had trauma before in my childhood, but I kind of feel like I've taken on like a hugely negative mindset. But that's for a different discussion. Basically, this video was about this gay person living in a very very fucking anti-LGBT area. Um, and this is I want to talk about this. If you hate on LGBT people, you're fucking weird and you're a loser. I don't understand, and I mean weird in a negative way. I just don't understand like this idea that you have to hate on a group of people because they like the same sex as some as or like the same gender as as their biological gender, or like the one that they prefer, because people can be like, oh, I'm a male or female or whatever. And I don't understand, like, same with trans people, like, oh, they change their gender, that's such an issue. Like, what, like, I know there's more nuances to just, oh, they changed their gender, but the fact that is like they always like try to correlate this shit with like pedophilia, and I'm like, how the fuck does liking the same like sex as like somebody, like having, if you like romantic partner, or like, oh, I like you, or you want to be like wanting to be in a relationship with somebody who's the same like gender as you, how does that relate to pedophilia? How does that mean you like kids, like you like kids in a disgusting way? Like that doesn't even make any sense. Like I don't, that logically doesn't make any sense. And then I'll say with trans people, they're like, so someone changing their gender means they like kids? Like, what the fuck does that, like that doesn't make sense. And then they'll always be like, oh, XY chromosome, like, bro, so, like, the gender shit is, like, social construct. People made that shit up. Like, animals themselves, they ain't, like, animals themselves, I don't, like, think about female and male. I mean, they kind of do, for reproduction, but, like, they don't really think about that in their head. That's a concept people came up with. They're like, a male is a male and a female is a female, like, and it's like, or biological, like, it's like, why do you care? It's like you're like, it's, they bring up the pedophilia shit, and I just like, it's just like, I feel like you're just trying to find things to like nitpick and complain about that aren't even like a thing that's happening. And then when they do, and then like they find like the one case of a trans person doing a pedophilic action, and they generalize the whole fucking like community. And I'm not trying to be like all trans people are like goody two shoes and stuff. They're people like you and me. They decided to like, hey, I don't like my biological gender, I want to transition. Is that, how is that a problem? And then it's like they always say like this and that about like, oh, it's gonna ruin your like biology or blah blah blah. I'm like, who cares? It's their fucking business if they want to change into the like gender and shit. I just don't understand that. And this is coming from a guy who's straight. Like, I'm thinking about like bisexual stuff. Like, I put bisexual in my like bio because like maybe I'm kind of thinking about experimenting with that. But that's something else. I just don't understand this shit. Like, this idea that, like, I be hearing about parents kicking their kids out because they're gay. Like, you're gonna kick your kid out because they like the same gender as the, like, what the fuck kind of bullshit is that? And then they always bring God up too. Like, oh, Jesus would have hated that. Nigga, Jesus would have hated you. Jesus was all about, like, caring and loving the neighbor and shit. That's what I hear about Jesus all the time. And then on the flip side, they're hating on people. Like, what are we doing here? I don't know all that much about religion. I'm gonna be real with you. But like, every time I hear about Jesus, it's all about like loving nature, empathy, loving your neighbors, empathy, all that shit. And they do the complete fucking opposite of that shit. I made a video, and this kind of leads to my next point. That, notice how like every time you see a politician bitch about, not every time, but a lot of the time I hear about a politician bitching about gay people, you find out it comes out later on that they're hella gay. They got like crazy body count. um crazy X video ass shit. I don't even want to go into that. It's like, why are you trying to like take away rights from like gay people, but then you're gay yourself? You're both gay, nigga. You're both gay. What the fuck? Like, it just made like the logic don't make sense to me. Math ain't mathing. And like, one of the reasons why I'm not like transphobic too. I'm not a bigot. Is like, I've had friends that are like that have transitioned and are gay and they're cool people. Some of them are not good people, but not because they're trans, because they're just annoying. There was one person that happened to be trans and I didn't like them because they were manipulating, or they were trying to take advantage of me, like with Smash Brothers. This had nothing to do with them being transgender, by the way. But they just kept like they keep talking mid-set, like during a Smash Brothers training set, like we're trying to focus and play the game so we can practice for tournaments. And then she does this during the my bad for like messing up the pronouns, but she does this during the fucking like set with my friend, and then she comes to me, start complaining about, oh, your friend can't do that. Your friend is so rude. You gotta talk to him. And I'm like, nigga, this is your like problem. Don't make it mine. So I don't like that person. But there's another friend I had that was transgender. I don't even know how I met her. So like, I saw some people making fun of her voice crack in class. And then I was like, okay, that's a little odd. I mean, I've never seen that before. But then, like, she started talking to me one day, and I was like, and then she just started saying hi to me, and I was like, oh, hi. And then she started to be nice to me, and I'm like, okay, so I like this person, because she's being nice to me, and I don't see nothing wrong with her, and she's gorgeous. So what the fuck, like, so basically I'm saying, like, these are nuanced people. Like, there's nuances. You don't have to like a trans person, but, like, if your reason is because they're trans, you're stupid. You're dumb. You're an idiot. Like, there's a reason to dislike somebody that isn't just, oh, because they're black or they're gay. Okay? And this leads to my next thing. Again, going back to the whole, like, politician being gay, trying to take away gay rights from people. I don't even have many specific examples, but it's just always, like, I feel like it always happens where, like, this politician has a crazy body count in the background, but they're like, well, we gotta get rid of the gay because God said this or that. And then it's like, God ain't say nothing to you. You read a book, and you had a bunch of you're not even a book. You live in a hateful ass community, and you need like some excuse. You need to hide behind a ancient fucking like doctrine to be like, those people are evil when you're the evil one. Oh yeah, so the politicians, the people in power, I noticed something. Since all these rich people are like telling the middle class people that it's actually the trans people for your problem, the immigrants. I'm like, nigga, this is a class problem. Like, why are they always? I don't know why people keep falling for this shit, but it's always like rich people telling the middle class people that their problems come from poor people, which makes literally no sense. How is the problems from the people that struggle the most? How is the problems in the country come from the people that struggle the most? They don't even take critical thinking skills to think that's stupid. Like, how the fuck? Like, there's not no critical thinking problem. This is literally just like, no, that's just blatantly like makes no sense at all. Like, it just doesn't. It's just there's no common sense. They don't exist. It's just evaporated. Common sense is just like, no, I don't got a good reference, but it's just always like a class problem, really. It's always like rich people, like, and let me move on to like from LGBT people to immigrants. What is with this I don't get anti-immigrants like sentiment at all. Like, these niggas are some of the hardest work. Like, these people struggle to even get to another country already in the first place. And then on top of that, especially if you're illegal immigrants, you have to struggle to even find a place to live, I assume. And then you have to struggle hard. Like, a lot of these immigrants, or not, I don't even like calling them immigrants, these people that immigrate from other country, like, are laborers. They're the reason why the infrastructure, like, they're the reason this house was built, the houses in the neighborhood are built, the fucking construction for, like, the big ass buildings. Why are we kicking out? Why are we like, we gotta get all the illegals out of the country because like, nigga, that's another reason why you have your house. What are you, like, what is wrong with you? Oh my god, this country's so dumb. What? Like, why, like... Yeah, anyway. Like, why are we kicking out people? I'm gonna quiet down. My dad just told me to, like, and yelling. Why am I, like... Why are we telling people that the problems are the people that work the hardest in the country and is responsible for the, like, infrastructure? Like, what is this? What? Like, y'all need to think for, like, a plank time. Why are we kicking out people? And we're just kicking out citizens at this point. We're not even kicking out, or not even, I mean, that's more nuanced than that. But now we're just kicking out, like, natural born citizens because they're brown. Racism is so dumb. Like, I don't even understand. Racism makes literally no sense to me. Like, you hate someone, going back to the LGBT something, you hate somebody because they have black skin. That doesn't make sense. How does black skin make you a bad person? You hate somebody because they like the same sex that they were born with, or not even born, like the same sex that they, like, prefer. Like, let's say you're male, you like males, you're gay, right? How does that make you a bad person? I'm trying to, like, understand that. And I get, you got history, like, has all these people. It's like a history thing, a generation thing. Like, every generation, there's, like, some sort of fascist movement or some sort of hateful movement towards a specific color of people. And then, like, over decades, people, like, from those families, those racist families, just, they keep picking up on that stuff. And they either have a choice to continue that fucking, like, tradition of being, like, bigoted and racist, or break that fucking cycle. And so, like, it's like generational trauma sort of thing. And, like, you either have to break that cycle or just keep doing it. Remember, if y'all watched the, like, I didn't watch the whole thing, but y'all watched that Jubilee where Sam Cedars pretty much went on a full, like, what's a good reference? Like, this nigga, like, he became Kirio Kazuma in speaking in, like, politics form. Like, he was, like, bodying everybody in that fucking debate, the Jubilee. But that one, like, white, like, a woman saying, our country is like a Christian nationalism. That's what we were built on. And I'm like, bitch. Our country, like, let me come here. Our country was built on trying to get away from monarchies. Okay? That was the point of the country. That's why they ran away from Britain. What are you talking about? These people are, like, insane. And, like, okay, we already said that part. But, like, I brought this woman up, for example, because she probably took that up from a previous generation, and now she's just characterizing that shit in modern time. And I don't really get it. Why are people... You ever seen those videos that somebody says something racist to somebody? Like, they say a slur, and then it goes viral, and that person's career, life is over for however long. Why do we keep doing that? Stop doing that. Stop. Just stop embarrassing yourself and ruining your career. Why do people keep being racist? You lose your career when you do that shit. Why do people in 2025 still be pulling up to people and saying, you're black, go back to your country, go back to Africa? The only nigga you should be telling to go back to Africa is Elon Musk, because he shouldn't even be here. Get the fuck out of here. Apparently, this nigga is a legal immigrant. Why are we complaining about illegal immigrants? And then while we have I'm pretty sure, I don't know if he is exactly, but we have an immigrant and an unelected bureaucrat in the fucking government firing people. But we don't complain about that. At least the more right people, right side of the spectrum. We don't complain about that, but we complain about people who are just trying to get their day-to-day, make money, and then go home, relax. They're trying to, and there's people who are trying to get away from their dictatorships from other countries, come to this country because they might have a better life. And they're saying, well, the illegals are the reason, blah, 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 blah. The rapists and killers and all that, blah, blah. When it's like, and that's another thing, we're bringing that up. How does being an immigrant mean you're going to be a rapist and killer? That doesn't even make sense. Especially statistically, it's more likely that somebody who was born in America is going to be likely that they're going to be a rapist and killer. But let's go back to that. How does being an immigrant mean you're going to try to rape and kill people? Why, especially when a lot of these people are coming from countries that were in terrible conditions. They're trying to get away from that. What the fuck are you talking about? These people, what? It is such simple logic to follow, yet it's like they avoid it because of hatred. And going back to the people, the whole thing of people hating on somebody in public, saying racist. I remember MTG's girlfriend, the nigga who bitched about Zelensky not wearing a suit. He pulled up with this ugly ass hunk of junk piece of shit fucking Cybertruck to these two girls who were praying. I think they were Muslim, and they're like, go back to your country, you're not allowed to do that, you're not supposed to do that. And I'm like, nigga, it's a free country, first of all, so shut up. And second of all, this man is a full out NPC. Why do people buy the Cybertruck? It doesn't even look cool. What is wrong with people? Why are you buying that? Why? I don't understand. That's not even Tesla cars usually look kind of there's other Tesla cars that look better than that. Why buy the ugliest car? It looks like a car from Roblox, Prison Life. What? I don't, bro. Looks like a car from Rust. What is wrong with people? It don't even look cool. It looks fucking stupid. It looks like a kid's ideal of a cool car. And that's what these people are. They're man children. I have childish aspects. I got a fucking anime poster and an Animaniacs poster. But I at least understand what do I want to say? I at least understand that's just nerd stuff or whatever. I don't know. That's just harmless, These people are fucking harmfully stupid. These people are childishly stupid. Why are y'all voting for a guy? I don't even understand this fanaticism with Donald Trump. He ain't do nothing to you that is remotely helps you at all. At least Ronald Reagan, as shitty as that nigga was, at least he has some decorum. This man is Donald Trump is disrespectful, rude as fuck, and disgusting. He's clearly deteriorating. I don't know why the White House is lying out their ass. This man is it's not even that he doesn't have decorum. He doesn't do anything to help this country. There's a few little things he did in his first term that was decent, I guess. First Step Act and Operation Warp Speed. But then you have This administration where it makes literally no sense for anybody to support him, even if you're racist. Even people like Nick Swensson was like, "What are you doing, nigga? Like, stop." What is happening? Why is the Elon Musk doing the Nazi salute? And yes, he did the Nazi salute 2 fucking times, by the way. It was not a hidden, it wasn't "my heart goes out to you." It was literally 1-to-1 to Hitler's. They keep trying to like what's that thing? Alter instinct around the fucking like the actual thing that's happening in front of their fucking eyes. This nigga did it 2 times, and like no one, and I ain't hear nobody talk about it at work, in public. People should have been talking about it. Should have been wild ass protests the day after he did that shit. People were clapping. What the fuck is that shit? That shit. If that happened in 2008 or some shit, he would have been, his whole career would have been completely over. Now he's fumbling that shit right now. That nigga fucking fumbled the Supreme Court race in Wisconsin. Thank God. His career is going down the drain. But even then, people still like him for some reason. Way less now. I don't understand how Trump fanaticism doesn't even make sense. It's like stans. Like, it's like K-pop stans. They just like obsess over this nigga. And they're like, he's such a great man. For what? What did he do? Besides be funny occasionally. He's more funny to laugh at than he's actually funny. Like, what did he do that was so great? Am I like missing? What am I missing here? He hasn't done anything that was like really that major in like a good way. Besides maybe First Step, but even then, like, dude. I feel like usually he would have some sort of thing to offer, but he hasn't done anything besides just lie and fucking lie. And then there's that guy who got deported. I don't know why I didn't bring this up. That guy who got deported to El Salvador, Brea Garcia. And then they keep calling him a criminal, MS-13, just trying to slander this innocent man's name. For what? Oh yeah, to consolidate power. I'm stupid. I didn't even think about that. But still, they keep saying gang member. He's MS-13. MS-13 with no evidence. You could say that. You could literally tell them to their face, show them evidence, and they don't care. And I'm not just saying the people in power. I mean the MAGA. You can literally say to their face, and they just don't care. They keep fucking ducking and dodging and weaving the actual the thing right in front of their face. The truth. I don't even know why. I saw some niggas say, "Oh, give Donald Trump a chance. Give Donald Trump a chance." Fucked that up. And I'm like, what do you mean give him a chance? A chance? Did y'all just forget that he was already in office? He had one term. He already had a term. This is his first term for y'all. Did we just split off realities or something? You know what's funny? I remember, speaking of that, I remember on YouTube, somebody was talking about how Trump's gonna be it's the greatest or whatever. And I'm like, oh, I think he's one of the worst presidents, dead ass. And he's like, it's funny how we can live in 2 different realities. He said, I've been living in since the Clinton days, and Trump is the best policy-wise. And I'm like, what policies? This nigga never responded again. These niggas don't know what they're talking about. This nigga talks about I'm in a different reality. Yeah, he can't even answer my question. I can't. I don't. It's crazy. This nigga said I was living in a different reality. I can't even wrap my head around this. So he thinks I live in a different reality from real reality. And then he can't even name a fucking policy. What are you talking? That's crazy. I should be saying the thing about you. They saying this thing the left. Hold on. They be saying we're crazy. The left is crazy, lunatics, communists, all that. And then they say facts over feelings, and yet they voted for a guy. They say facts over feelings, yet they voted very clearly off of vibes. Kamala just doesn't feel right. But the rapist, the insurrectionist, and the big baby who can't stop fucking complaining about his problems, even though he has all the money in the world, is more qualified. The person who has literally no qualifications in government, really, and terrible businessman, is more qualified than the person that was a lawyer, senator, and vice president. Okay. The stupidity don't make any sense. What did this nigga do to make y'all do a pole shocking on his stick? What did y'all do to do horsey fucking rodeo cowboy on his stick? I don't get it. Is he rich? Even if he and people say because he's white, but even then what? If he had decorum, I would understand, but this nigga is a fucking man-child. He's not, he's clearly so unfit, and he's a psycho with all these terrorists and shit. How do y'all let this goofball blind y'all? This nigga brainwashed half the fucking country. I think that's all I wanted to say, really. Thank God this video didn't get cut off by fucking lack of